Hejsa. I've been working more on this quilt than I was planning on doing, but it's just too much fun to work on. There's just something about log cabin blocks that I just can't stop making them. So this started as a stash busting project, using up all the little scraps, and we seem to have a bit of sunlight coming in here. Can't really do anything about that, so anyway, I cut up all my scraps, pretty much. Anything that was under 2 inches wide was fair game and was cut into strips, and I've cut up both the green ones and all the other colors I had. And I thought that for this project that I would just use green with a different color in the center. But then because I had all the other scraps cut up into strips, I thought that maybe I would make something like this, where I start with a different color. So in this case it's purple. I made quite a lot of yellow ones. Here's a turquoise, aqua color, pink. So I thought, okay, maybe that's what the quilt will be. The all over green, and then with these different color in the center blocks. But then I thought, what about if I make some blocks that start with green, and then the outer rows are a different color. So purple, there's a yellow one, pink, aqua, more yellow, and an orange. That's what I've made so far. So I think my idea was to do 2/3 of the blocks, and it may be 70 blocks, 80 blocks maybe. So 2/3 would be just the green, and then the rest would be these 2 other types of blocks. And I really like how this one blends in with the all over green ones. I'm not so sure about these ones, especially the purple one. I'm not sure that this works in the overall. So I don't know if I may unpick this and add a different color, or maybe I'll just save this for something else. I think the yellow really works. The pink one works kind of, and this aqua color works as well. I haven't made any like proper blue ones yet. I'm not 100% sure that the orange one works, but maybe if I don't. So I tried laying them out, as you saw, but maybe if I laid out differently so that one end has the blocks that are a different color on the outside, and then it moves through this type, and then finally to the all over green ones. That could work, maybe. I'm not sure. So for now I'm just gonna make a bunch more blocks and see how it turns out. I've actually got some more on the go. I really like chain piecing them, so every time I add to one, I don't cut it off and start the next one. I just keep going with another block and another block, and then you get this long chain. Although it can get a bit confusing when it's more than 5 or 6. So I've started making just maybe 5 at a time. Got a over here. And some that are just starting. And as you can see, that's another chain as well. So as I'm working through various strips that I've now started cutting for this quilt on purpose, I have long past using up all my green scraps. Don't really have a lot of scraps, I guess, not compared to some people. So I have these scraps, for example. This is not good. And then I measure them. So I start with a 2-inch square. So that means I will need at least 2 inches to go on the first side. So I sort them so that they're 2 inches, and then from 2 to 3 inches, 3 to 4 inches, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and then 6 to the maximum size, which is 7.5 inches. And then I simply start with what I have in my pile of approximately 2 inches long, and just add them to some squares that I've cut. And then for the next steps, or the next rows or rounds, or whatever you want to call it, I try to use up these first. Although I do tend to, I think you can see that here, I tend to have a lot of sort of solid colors left over from other blocks, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but would be nice to maybe have a bit of variety. So yeah, that's how my supposed to be working on, so in the background, not a main project at the moment, how that is going. A full-on project. I'm really enjoying working with all these green colors. Green is one of my favorite colors, along with pink. Green and pink together, very nice combination. So anyway, I hope you have a great day, whatever you're making.